always been searching.
Hello and welcome to the Death of Art. Tonight we're going to be doing a special report on the phenomenon rapidly growing all around the world called shifting. Shifting essentially is when you're able to transcend this reality and transport to another reality. This isn't daydreaming, this isn't fantasy. These kids are claiming that they're really leaving this reality and having real interactions with other entities and people in an entire different world. They say that it can be like from a movie, like Harry Potter, or even like the Marvel universe. They can go into that world, and it'll be them interacting with the characters from the movie. But when they're in that reality, the characters don't know that they're characters in a show. They think that that's their real world. And it gets really deep. So let's have a look at some of these TikTokers and see how they explain this.
So what helps me is rather than seeing me or I as this body, I see myself as only consciousness, awareness, or a soul, which helps me a lot. So you are shifting you yourself, aka consciousness, soul, whatever you believe in, awareness, to a different reality, to a different physical reality. So it's just like this reality, physical and all that, except different circumstances, whatever you choose it to be. I have to take a breath. That was a lot for me. Oh my god. So a lot of people, we have our favorite TV shows, our favorite movies, to date hot people, or do whatever the fuck, have powers, whatever. You can go to Marvel, you can go to literally wherever, and it doesn't have to be something that's already invented, like a TV show or something. You can make something up, which I also do. There's no have-tos, there's no step-by-step way to do it, way to shift. You just have to go to it with the beat of your own drum and figure things out for yourself. Because what works for me will probably not work for you, because we're all different. Or maybe it will. You know what? Fuck, I don't know. The one thing that you have to do is shift your consciousness, yourself, to the reality that you want to go to. That's basically how to shift. It's just to do that. That's where we're all different comes in. Personally, my favorite thing is shifting to the void first and then shifting. But again, you know what? Do what you want. I hope this helped.
So I think this is like their little chance to escape, and you gotta feel for them.
What is happening? I'm shifting.
I mean, here's this one girl, and it's her first time shifting, and she comes out of it and goes running over to her phone, and she says, I gotta let people know I just shifted. And she does one of those lip sync videos.
Is this all real? Or is it just happening inside my head?
Of course it's happening inside your head, Harry. Why should that mean that it's not real?
And now that that's cleared up, now they kind of just talk from that perspective. And they make videos where they're like making fun of people that are claiming that they're shifting, and they think you didn't really shift. I could tell by what you're saying right now that you didn't really shift, and that's really funny to them.
And it felt great to be a liar.
And again, once you've accepted that shifting is real, you kind of get access to this whole other line of humor.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why? Why am I so stubborn? Why don't I just give up? Is what I would say if I was a little bitch that gives up.
They're so removed from the possibility that shifting might not be legitimate that now they can laugh about it. Like, this person's laughing about like how confused the character that she's visiting in another reality is, that their reality is our TV show.
Yeah, is everything okay? Oh yeah, no, don't worry. So, you know how yesterday we were talking about like the multiverse and this thing called reality shifting? Yeah, I remember. So there's actually a reason why I brought that up. I want to tell you that I shifted here. So you're like telling me you're from another universe or something? Yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of, but yeah. Okay, I know it's hard to believe, but like that's why I was so freaked out when I met you. It was crazy, because like where I'm from, you're my favorite fictional character in this like super cool sci-fi TV show. I mean, I've basically like grown up my whole life watching you, so it was crazy to see you in person, like finally. Your actor is a little bit problematic, but like I know that's not a reflection.
So there's a lot of like know-it-alls and people trying to take ownership of like, hey, I've always shifted. It's almost like hipsters, you know, and saying that like, oh, I was a Bob Dylan fan before the documentary came out. So all these new Bob Dylan fans are kind of annoying to me because I've always known Bob Dylan. You know, it's kind of one of those things. So check her out.
Bippity boppity fucking boo on Shift Talk. If you are still counting, if you haven't shifted yet, and you're still counting on Shift Talk to come up with this like brand new idea of like, oh, this is why you're not shifting, and let that sort itself. Like, if that's what you're relying on, you're not going anywhere. Like, you're going nowhere fast. Okay? You're not special. You're not special. You're not the chosen one. You are not facing some existential crisis issue, whatever the fuck it may be, that hasn't yet been discovered, and no one is going to swoop in and save you and bring you across that finish line. That's on you, honey. That is on you. You can keep scouring the internet and think that you're going to find some corner of Shift Talk that's going to have some piece of advice that's like, oh my God, mind-blowing, we haven't heard this yet. And you can do nothing but search for that and let that be the main consumer of your energy. Or you can get the fuck off the internet, put the work in with yourself, one-on-one with yourself, get there, and then take whatever you did and come onto the internet and try to help the other people that are fucking lost and don't know what to do. I must have said this about 50 times within my Shift Talk career. People always say, how'd you do it so fast? I wasn't on the internet. I wasn't on Shift Talk. I didn't even really understand that there was a community for shifting. I wasn't on the internet. I wasn't expecting somebody to do it for me. I wasn't expecting somebody to save me. Stop expecting somebody to save you. I'm not gonna save you. The next person's not, no one is gonna save you. It's great to gather advice and it's great to gather information. And yes, there's a lot of good shit on this platform, because there are things that I'm like, wow, I really wish someone told me to script this or to not script this or to not shift to this. But like, there are things that I wish I knew. But trust me, if you are watching this video and any of this is resonating with you, you've heard it all.
You know, not all shifting is positive. Remember, when you go in to another reality, those people that you're encountering, they have real feelings. You will get in real arguments. You can be mean, okay, in this world, and it really does hurt people's feelings. This isn't dreamland where you can go around and do anything you want and it doesn't matter. You're affecting other people's lives in whatever reality you're visiting. It doesn't always go as planned. Sometimes you go into another reality and then you come out and you go, oh man, that was rough. That wasn't what I planned. There's also a very dark side to shifting, and there's like a lot of like predators, just as there is in this reality. There's people who are adults who will go into this other reality and be shifting as someone who's a teenager, who's underaged, and kind of get into some sexual activity, and that's just not cool.
I can't believe I have to fucking make this video and say this out loud. It is 2024. Everyone should know this already. I recently got told by a friend, more like warned by a friend, about this shifter who is a full-grown adult in this reality. And I mean full-grown. I mean damn near 30. And I don't bring that up to age shame them, or anyone for that matter. I don't fucking care, okay? I just want you to understand that this person should know fucking better by now. Anyway, this person is shifting to be a teenager again, which is fine. You do you. If you want to relive your teenage years or heal your childhood traumas, do it, okay? But you have to do everything in your fucking power to not put yourself in a potential romantic or sexual setting with a teenager, a kid, basically. And this person could not guarantee that. They said that they can't guarantee that they won't be romantically involved with a 15-year-old. 15. Fifth fucking teen. How the fuck do you not compute how fucking wrong that is? I think as divisive as the shifting community can be at points in time, everyone can see how fucking wrong that is. Plot twist, when I saw this person's name, I was like, wait, this sounds so fucking familiar. So I went digging. Turns out, I channeled for them a year ago. When I did, they said that their DR self is 18 and their potential of interest is 21. So I was like, okay, 21. That's fine. That's an adult. You can potentially be in a relationship with an adult. But when my friend told me about this person, they said that this person is shifting to be 15 and be around, 15-year-olds. And that's fucking concerning because you're scripting yourself to be younger and younger. A year later, yourself is 3 years younger. Does that sound concerning to you? Because it should. Personally, I have channeled for people who are shifting to be a teenager again, but they have to guarantee to me, and I have to make sure myself that they're not involved romantically with anyone in their DR. I have very strict and very clear boundaries on who I channel for and who I channel. This is just, I don't even. To my friend who warned me about this person, thank you. And I will tag them below and you can go support them. To this person, this individual, I hope you never shift because you don't deserve to shift, because this behavior is unacceptable, and shame on you. I can't curse at you because this might get taken down, but if I could, I would.
Also, another side of it that's fascinating is a lot of people perma-shift, and that's when you shift and you stay there permanently. You kind of leave the world behind. And I came across this video of somebody who's, thinking about leaving the world behind and just staying permanently in this other reality. And they kind of jokingly make a video, a lip sync video. A lot of these people express these very real feelings through lip syncing. So even something as serious as I'm leaving the world behind, I'm going away forever, I'm saying goodbye to my dog, saying goodbye to my friends, bye. I guess a lot of kids these days, they can get those feelings expressed through lip syncing videos.
I come to say goodbye.
Where are you going?
Bye. Sound a little trippy.
Charlie? Will I ever see you again?
Sure.
And finally, as you can see, it's really taken over the American world. So I know a lot of you are wondering, is it international? Well, yes, it is international.
Entonces, eso es el shifting. El shifting es una práctica en donde tú desarrollas.
O que é shifting e como fazer? Na tradução literal, shifting é mudar, alterar.
And some of you are religious, you know? Say you're Muslim and you're wondering what, you know, is shifting a haram, or is it bad? Is it a sin? There's people explaining that. The first one I saw was an older Muslim man, and he's telling you shifting isn't real and it's bad for your mind. And don't be messing around with shifting. Please focus on the reality that you're currently in. And don't be so worried about zipping all around into other realities.
Is shifting realities haram? It's really sad and concerning that today's generation, they're always trying to find ways to escape their reality. First of all, you have to understand that there is no other realities, it's just this reality. So shifting to other realities is not true, it doesn't exist. And if you believe that there are other realities other than this, then you might even fall into minor shirk or maybe even major shirk. So be careful of that. Not to mention, if you manipulate your mind in this way, try to think that there are different realities, it might even harm you mentally. So you have to be careful of that. So it is haram, it might enter into minor shirk and major shirk. Allah Ta'ala Alam. My advice, stop worrying about this stuff. You know, you're not Peter Pan. There's one reality, worry about it, worry about yourself, work on yourself as a good Muslim, as a good human being, and that's it. Don't complicate things.
The second video I saw was a Muslim woman, and she says shifting is real, and just so you know, your sins count as sins in other realities, but your good deeds, those don't count as good deeds. Don't be saying I fed the hungry, and then you're going, oh, you fed the hungry, who'd you feed? Oh, I fed a whole family for 14 years in this other reality. And then it's kind of like, no, that doesn't really count. And then it's like, well, what if I said that I murdered somebody? Well, that counts. That counts as a sin.
If you don't like me, that's fine. But, watch your mouth.
There's definitely some form of psychosis involved in this, where people are being pushed to a limit and they don't have anywhere to run. I mean, what's your alternative to escape? You gotta be an alcoholic? Are those the only options? You gotta be a drug addict? You know, gambling. There's a million ways to escape reality. Play video games, but nope, not these kids. They don't want you programming their game because you're gonna put hidden messages in there, and you're gonna mess with their heads. They are just gonna, on their own, zip into whatever reality they want. You know, they're watching a TV show, they're going, maybe I'm a little bored of watching TV. Maybe I need to be in the show. What do you mean be in the show? Like become an actor and play a character on the show? No. I'm gonna go to a reality where this isn't a show, where the office is a real place, and Jim and Pam and Dwight and Michael Scott, they all go home in character at the end of the night, and then they wake up and they go about their days, and now I'm a character in their life. I could be best friends with Jim. Hey, maybe I steal Pam away, you know, and now I'm banging Pam, and Jim's heartbroken, and but it's still funny, you know, because it's The Office. I don't know if these people thought this through too much. You know, a recent study shows that the average young person has the attention span of a goldfish, yet somehow they're able to focus in and leave this reality and travel to other realities and all of that. See, at this point, they can't even get through the end of a TV show without going, how about I just go over there and jump on in the TV show myself and straighten this whole thing out, you know? So, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Have a good night, and this has been The Death of Art.
People have always been searching